Friday. 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 Wow, 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 wowzy, wow. And it's a busy Friday. Can't wait to get there. Get it over with. That's a terrible way to look at things. Sorry about that. So, clean out these glasses so I can see to drive. Here it is, Friday. About 50 hours into my week of work, anyways. Finally finishing up. Got a lot of stuff to do today. I was listening to something this morning on YouTube that was very interesting, and it was kind of put things in perspective for me when I was listening to it. Excuse me. Kind of went something like this. You know, when you get to a point in your life, whenever it is, however old you are, however young you are, and, you know, and you start to lose interest in things. And the things that, you know, you're supposed to have your interest in, your work, your life, your relationships, all that stuff that goes along with it, material things, all the stuff that you put so much effort into gaining, right? And just having. So, and as soon as people see you in this situation where they see you like you seem to them like you've lost, you know, the hunger for life and all the things that, you know, you're supposed to be striving for, a career and all those things, and, you know, relationships and material stuff, and just goes on and on and on. And then the next thing they want to do is, you know, hey, what's wrong with you? You know, maybe we should, you know, get you on some kind of medication, you know, some kind of drugs or something to fix this problem that you're having, right? And maybe it truly is just you finally, it's not that you've lost interest, you've finally gained interest in the things that matter and not the things that don't matter anymore. And you start focusing on those things. So the things that, you know, were near and dear to you, that you spent so much energy focusing on and thought that they were the things in your life that were most important to you, you realize that those things don't really matter. It's not that you lost, you know, it's not like you're unhappy or anything like that. It's just you finally figured out what matters to you in life, and you refocus on that. And those are the things. And I don't think people in general understand that, because those things really, as I said before, really don't matter a whole lot. As soon as you're gone and buried, your stuff is being sold. So all the things that you cherish are just nothing anymore. And, you know, the sad fact about it is we're less than, I don't know, after you're buried, 50 years away from people not even knowing who you were at all. So the things that we value here while we're alive on this earth is kind of ridiculous when we put our focus and all of our energy into that, and our work and our careers and all the things that just seem to, you know, have our interest and our energy and all of our goals and all these things we put so much effort into. And all of a sudden, like me, you start thinking something's wrong with me. You know, something is, why don't I have the you know, the drive or the, you know, I want to get it all. And I don't think it doesn't really have anything to do with your age. I think that can happen to you anytime. I think we look at certain things in life and we always try to put some kind of diagnosis on them as, you know, hey, this person's depressed or there's something wrong with them. And maybe if we just looked at them, maybe like myself and hopefully many of you, have decided that, it's time to put focus on the things that matter. And I hope that as you guys watch me and grow with me and figure out who I am, I'm just a normal guy. I'm typically, and I would say this for a matter of fact, when I'm in a room, I am outsmarted by 99% of the people in that room. I am just a regular guy that got lucky, that figured out a way in this system that we live in to get where I'm at. And it's not because I'm smarter than anybody else. It's not that I really work harder than anybody else. I set some kind of, I guess in reality, not really reality, I built this fantasy of what I wanted in my life. And I was able to obtain it. And through that, to this point in my life, I'm really realizing that that was the wrong fantasy. That was the wrong goal. That was the wrong ambition all along. And I can't go back and change my life. I can't change the past, but I can start to develop a different pattern for the future that guides me to this happiness that I need to finish out the rest of my life. And I'm excited about that. I don't know how it's going to happen. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to try to figure these things out. I'm going to keep growing. I'm going to start focusing on the things that matter. And obviously for me, again, in my first video, I said I'm not going to focus on politics and religion and all this stuff. It's not that I'm going to not talk about them or shy away from them. By the grace of God, I'm here. And all the things that I have in my life are also by the grace of God and through a lot of prayer and a lot of support from people around me. And it makes a difference in my life. And if you haven't found that yet, I encourage you to go out and find it. I'm not going to preach to you about it. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. I'm saying whatever it is, I'm a very big proponent of Jesus Christ, God. Find something to believe in other than yourself. You have to have something other than yourself to believe in. And I encourage you to find it, whether it's through meditation, whether it's through, the Bible, whatever it is, whatever religion you believe in or follow something, and get into a situation where you have something else in your life to focus on other than you, because you have to have that. You can't just go through this life just hoping that things work out. You have to have, like I said, I hope Jesus Christ to come along with you in these situations, someone to pray to and help you and reason with you, because the people that you talk to on a daily basis might not be the ones giving you the best advice. Just like me, I might not be giving you the best advice. This is just my life. How you live your life, it's entirely up to you. But I hope that and I encourage you to find something that is a higher power than you, and reach out and focus on that and be able to meditate on it and really focus somewhere else on your life other than all these things that poison your mind, that make you think that you have to live a certain way and have a certain amount of things to be, in other words, that is how you are, what's the word, the way people look at you, that you have made it based on how on your career. You are based on, those things instead of the person that you are in real life and who you are and how you can be a friend and a good husband and a good dad. Those are the things that matter. Start focusing on those things and make those a priority in your life, and your life's going to be a lot better. It's going to be so much better. Like me going to work today, I'm excited that it's Friday, and I hate to say this, I only get 2 days, and then I got to go right back at it again. And that is not the way I want to live my life anymore. That is just, it's not healthy. It's not good. You don't even really have time to readjust your focus on the things, like I was saying earlier, that matter. you have, such a short period of time to, okay, I'm going to focus on this. This is going to be my focus today on Saturday or Sunday. And it takes so much time to try to get the things accomplished that you want to get accomplished in 2 days. But you have 5 days at work and you still can't get accomplished what they want you to get accomplished in 5 days. So just don't think that, you're giving up on things. Don't think that you've lost interest in things. Look at it as like you're refocusing on things that matter in your life. And that's what you need to do. And trying to figure out a way to get out of this 9 to 5, 8 to 5, 7 to 5, whatever it is, daily rat race, and focus on the things that you really want to focus on. I'll give you an example. For me, and I imagine my crowd that's listening to this right now is probably closer to my age than not. But if there are some younger people listening to this, and you have children right now, and you're going to hear this a million times from people, and it is the reality of the situation. You are fortunate if you have a long enough life to see your children grow up. But you can't take that for granted. Something could happen today that ends that moment in time, or that that time that you could have spent with your kids or your wife, your mom and dad. Those things in life. We are so fortunate. I am so blessed to be able to be here today, to be able to talk to you guys. I'm a lucky one. I am, and you are too. If you are here watching this and are able to watch me, you are lucky. You are blessed. Take that moment. Take these days and make them count. Don't waste them on going to work and spending all your energy and it's almost like a love affair with work. We go and we have to, and we got to make this money to take care of us. There are other ways to make money and live other than a job. Quit being so dependent on that money and be dependent on what matters in life, and try to focus on how you can strive to get that along with me. I'm trying, I'm doing it. I want to, it's in me. There is nothing more that I want to do is to get out of this rat race that I go to every day of my life and change it and make it something that matters every day, and wake up every day and have the energy to really focus on the things that I love and matter in my life. So on this Friday, when you're going to work and you're thinking about all the things you have to get done this weekend, remember, you can change that. We can change that. We can take that take that focus off our work and put it back on things that matter and really change our lives. So I hope you all have a great weekend. Spend it with the people you love. Spend it with doing the things that you love, whatever it is, and refocus. Try to figure out a way to get out of this thing that we call work, and this rat race and this madness that we have to do 5 days a week, 50, 60 hours a week, spend all of our energy on it. Let's change it. Let's change it together. I will talk to you guys later.